Hi guys, it's Granny Tana speaking. Welcome to this FS22 map tour video. In this video I'll show you the map Rennebu. This map was made by the modder OlaHaldor and it has been released at Modhub, but only for PC and Mac because it's a 16 times map. So it has 8 kilometers on one side, so 8 by 8 kilometers, and it's huge, and it's a Norwegian map, and it is made from a real village in Norway, so it is as realistic as possible, I would say. Yeah, and if you're interested in playing this map and you want to download it, you can find a link to the Modhub page in the description below this video, and you should read everything that OlaHaldor wrote about the map because it's quite interesting. And I want to use this opportunity to say thank you to OlaHaldor, because months ago he helped me and told me how to make a texture for an object, a modding object, that you can make color choices for wooden buildings. And yeah, only now I used it first time in my outhouse, and I hope in future buildings I will use it as often as possible. And this map comes with a building pack with original Norwegian houses and barns and so on, and a lot of those buildings have color choices. So now let's go and have a look. Okay, here we are. And you can see it's a lot of landscape. And this is the shop. And there is not much to this shop, but nearly everything in this map is as it is in reality, and therefore they don't have this typical Elm Creek shop there. Therefore we have the shop like it is there in Rennebu. And here I see this very beautiful violet flowers. Oh, they are nice. I like them. Okay. And maybe if you see this, you think, oh, there's not much forest in this area. It is. There is a lot of forest, and this is a problem with, let's say all FS22 or FS maps. When the forest is rather far away, then you can't see the trees because they are made invisible after 1.5 kilometers or so. And first, when you are further away than 50 meters, they become very simple. And then when it's more than 1.5 kilometers, you can't see them at all. So what we see here, everything that is brown, is forest. And I had the same problem on my map Waldsee. And I had, this was a forest map and it was in a valley. And when you stood on one side of the map and looked to the other side of the map over the valley, there in the distance there were no trees, but when you came closer there were trees, and this is the same here. So everything that is brown from the floor is forest. And I had a look already before in my German map tour, and here we see some trees in the distance. Maybe he used some special far away tricks to simulate some trees, but on a lot of places there are no trees. And yeah, technically it would be possible to make trees visible even in a very far distance. And on some places you can see it here. They're very far away. There are some trees, but this would be too much for the computer. So the computer would break down if you would make all the trees visible in the distance. Yeah, and therefore we should imagine the trees everywhere, and when we come closer we will see the trees. Yeah, and I like this crisp, clear atmosphere. And then here it's agricultural valley surrounded by trees, and here's a place maybe you can build a farm. And here you can see the fields, and it's a valley with a river, like it is with most valleys. And let's have a look at the PDA map. Here we can see it. So, have I said it's a 16 times? Yes, I think I said it, and it's the first time that I visited a 16 times map. Usually I use normal maps, and very seldom 4 times, and 16 times is the largest I ever visited. But I was so curious and interested how this looks, and here you can see we have a lot of fields, and they are all in this valley, and here we have all those mountains, and with rivers and little lakes, and so such a lot of nature. I like it that there is so much nature. Okay, so yeah, maybe we go to our farm. And I like this view. I would love to be there in reality and have go hiking. So, but now, here we are. We have a John Deere, that is good. And here we have our farm. And a nice Scandinavian red farmhouse. The red buildings from the US, I think originally they come from Scandinavian houses, because there are a lot of those red houses and they are typical for this region. Okay, here is the farmhouse, and let's go to the building menu, because I already said with this map comes a building pack with Norwegian buildings, and you have to install it to use it for this map. And yeah, we can buy lots of houses. Here is this, and let's see whether it has color choice. Yeah, you can change the colors. And a lot of those buildings are all with color choices. And here you can see really quite a lot of different buildings. And this could easily be American house as well, but this kind of in the center. I know the German word for it, but not the English word. But at the roof, this thingy in the center, this is totally typical for Scandinavian buildings. And I know this because of my former map, Port Limbo from FS19, where I made Scandinavian type buildings. And so I googled a lot, and then I made a lot of buildings that were rather similar to this type, with this thingy in the middle of the roof. And yeah, this is totally typical for Scandinavia, and I think it's rather typical for American buildings as well. Yeah, so quite a lot, and there are sheds here, different kind of sheds, and the buildings are more or less all original from the valley of Rennebu. So as far as I understood, OlaHaldor looked what kind of building is at this place, and then he took it and made it as a placeable for the map and for us to place and buy and use. I think this is amazing and such a lot of work. And there are cow barns, several. Here, huge cow barn, but without meadow, and two sheep barns. Yeah, and I think that's it. And here we have one of those, and this is one of the sheep barns, but you can't see sheeps. Or let's say I haven't found a place where you can see the sheeps. Okay, I haven't bought them. Maybe I just buy some sheeps. Just 5 maybe. Buy. And then let's see whether we can see them. But maybe they're in Rennebu. I can hear them. They keep their animals indoor. Yeah, they make noise. And the same is with the cow barn. I didn't found a possibility to go inside, and they don't have a meadow. But there is a meadow for horses. And I think a horse can be very happy here. Yeah, and let's see what we have, what kind of equipment we have. So here we have a pickup. I think we will need it for the huge distances on this map, and another John Deere. And here front loader and windrower. And this is a front loader. Okay, do you say front loader for this and for this? In Germany we say front ladder for both. even if this is a vehicle and this is just an attachment. And here we have a tipper trailer. And do we have a combine? Let's have a look. Oh, we have a lot of stuff, but I don't see a combine. Okay. Yeah, and we have one Rigi truck, and it is at a different place together with this forest equipment. And for sure this map is meant to be used partly as a foresting map. Here we have a baler, okay, and a bale wrapper. So this is more than the typical stuff, but no combine. Okay, but we have the cow barn is for 200 cows that live indoor. We can see here. So I think the main focus is on cows and sheep. And here we have slurry and a small trailer for the bales. Yeah, all the baling equipment. And we have one field that is here over the road. Ah, and this is grass. Okay, this is grass. Then, yeah, it fits perfectly well. You make your grass. Oh, and there is something special. We have a fermenting silo inside this. Look, when we come closer, you see a sign here. Here you can unload your grass and then you can activate the silage producing. Isn't it cool? Yeah, I find it very cool that you have a fermenting silo, so you can earn your money with silage and feed your cows, and because the field is huge, maybe you could find some place for some greenhouses as well. Yeah, maybe some greenhouses here and there, and then you can earn your money. Okay, let's just run to the other farm there. And here we have the river. Peaceful river. Okay, it seems like sometimes you can swim and sometimes you can't swim. The first time I went through this river, I didn't swim. But this has something to do with the Giant's engine, I guess. And here everywhere we have those nice violet flowers. I really like them. And here this seems like another farm. And here we have a greenhouse. And I think yeah, this is a very good idea to have greenhouses in this rather cold area, and here are fields. I like this rustic nature feeling. I really like it. I would love to be there right now and to make holidays and go hiking. So maybe we jump back to our tractor and then we go a little bit to the other side to see whether all these brownish hills or mountains are indeed forests. Oh, and here we have some free place. Yeah, this is perfect. I wanted to say for the greenhouses. No, it's a field. But you could use it for greenhouses. Let's see, how much is the price? Because we don't own this. Oh, and saving takes a while because it's such a huge map. Yeah. So we have to wait a little bit. Okay. Wow, this is so different than a standard map from the size. I'm really not used to such a huge map. Oh, and here we have some mountain area. So we could use it and do some training for the upcoming forest map. And here, this is not only the small field, but all the land around, and it's 211,000 bucks. So I would say the price is okay, but it's more than we have. But if you would buy it, you would get all those trees, and I think, yeah, this is perfectly worth it. But you couldn't change those mountains to a field because it's too steep, but you could put more trees there, I think. Okay, let's go. And yeah, you could earn a lot of money with placing a lot of greenhouses there. I'm totally into greenhouses and gardens, as you can see. And somehow I find it so sad that now you can see the trees appearing. That the trees disappear in the distance because the immersion and the feeling that you get when you look into the distance is totally different when all the trees are missing. And yeah, it would be awesome if the Giants engine would learn to somehow to be more robust when showing trees in the distance. So here I think we have a place for a little farm. So that we could make the trees visible even from 10 kilometers in the distance. then such a map would be even nicer. Or maybe that would be a very good question for the modding Q&A at FarmCon. So I will think about it, how to ask this question. That they can give a useful answer. So look how nice it is here. Ah, little river, and there a waterfall. Let's go there. Ah. Better go here. But I think if you want to hike here, you will get wet feet. Yeah, wonderful. And those rocks look very interesting. Okay, here they are just steep, but at other places we will have a look at the rocks again. This is a different rock texture than in Erlengrad, for example. I think the base of the map is maybe from Erlengrad because the meadow looks like Erlengrad, but this is different. And from the distance it looks very interesting. It looks much better and more interesting and more structured, like the basic rock texture. But if you go very close, okay, this is no good example for this because it's too steep. But we look at a different place. Maybe here. This is still steep, but not so steep. So when you come close, it looks like it is a photograph taken when moving, something like that. It looks very strange. But maybe this effect is needed to make it look so good in the distance. Because when you look there, this mountain looks very good, I think. And I really like this intense colors of the foliage here. Those violet flowers are my favorites, and here this red flowers or red plants. Yeah, I think it's a kind of flower. Very nice too. So the nature looks different than in most of the other maps, what I really like. So you get a really special nature experience here. So let's go up a little bit, and as you can see, here we have trees. This would really be a awesome hiking trip. Oh, and here we have a field, and behind the field the road goes on. Okay. Maybe it is like that in reality. Okay, this is rather steep. And I think we have seen enough from this mountain area because, yeah, now we know there are trees and it's no dense forest, but I think it's the same like with the distance trees. Either the trees are like that in reality, or if they are denser in reality, it would crash the computers if the trees were much denser on this map, because I guess there are hundreds, thousands of trees in this huge map. Yeah. Ah, and here we can see the small fields that we have seen on the PDA. I really like this nature aspect of this map. Yeah. And as I said, I would love to hike there. So it gives me the urge to go to travel to Norway and to do some hiking there somehow. Yeah, what do you think about this map? Tell me, I would be really interested to know whether and how you like this map. Okay, I wish you a wonderful day. Thank you for watching and all the best. Till next time. Tschüss.